Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Yeah, so gold did come down in the end in the wave 2. Originally we thought it could be a wave 4 and then the wave 5 was still missing to the upside. But as I already told you in the last couple of videos, we changed plan after we moved down here already back here with an engulfing red candle on the daily. Now we already broke here out of this ascending wedge to the downside. This I considered an ending diagonal. It did miss my overall target range by $3 to $4. Really annoyed by it, but I'm not going to change the target range for that fifth wave because we want to be open and transparent here and things happen. So then we said, okay, probably the price is going to come down now if that fifth wave was already complete here, that impulse to the upside. And maybe I'll go to the 4-hour chart. There's a bit clearer. And on the 4-hour, we see it a little bit better. I said we're probably going to come down already then in a wave 2 because the wave 1 is finished. So basically, we're waiting for the wave 2 correction. Told you we'll probably get into this area here between the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level and the 50% Fib level between 1710 and 1752. Now, as you can see very nicely, we came into this area and we've already moved out of it. Does that mean we are already on our way up? Theoretically, we could be. The minimum requirements to complete this wave 2 correction are done, but this doesn't yet really look like an impulse. Okay, so primarily I would expect that we come down a little bit deeper into this target range here. Bear in mind, technically it could already be complete, but again, primarily I would expect that we come down a bit deeper. Bear in mind, we can use the entire space here to finish off the wave 2 correction. Anyway, what we would ideally like to see is a clearer 3-wave structure here in a wave 2. A wave 2 normally has 3 subwaves. We'd be looking here possibly at something like that, and that is what I would prefer. Here a wave A, then a wave B, and a wave C to the downside eventually. That wave C again could go all the way down to 1710. Should we go below the 1710 level, then we have to look at something more bearish, and then we need to possibly assume that possibly the overall low wasn't in here actually at 1680. So if we look at the alternative wave count, we really have to assume that we might go even lower. So as I always said, in this whole move up, I gave you primary expectation bullish. And to be fair, this so far worked out. We created a 5-wave impulse, but only 60% probability. What we now need to see to increase the probability for the bullish scenario is this 3-wave pullback. If we now come down in 5 waves, then the chances increase that we actually go below the 1680 level here, or 1679, and will come even deeper here. This was overall anyway the larger reversal area here originally, but if we go below this low, then it could be that we are going deeper all the way down to, in my opinion here, 1605 US dollars. This is primarily what we can look at here then. And this would become live if we go, in my opinion, go below 1710. Below that, it will just get very unlikely that we are still in this imminently bullish scenario. What would then happen? Then I would say, okay, we go lower still in this larger green area. This is where where I originally anticipated this entire correction to finish. So far, it's looking good, but I cannot rule out that we might get into this area again if we make 5 waves to the downside. And this is always why we ideally want to wait for confirmation, which means 5 waves up, 3 waves down on a relevant time frame, and then we can say with a higher likelihood, okay, the low was already in here, and we are just in this correction at the moment that we need to get that confirmation. And to move higher, if we now can move impulsively above the 1770 level, then we could say, okay, possibly here that low was already in the wave 2. That's what that reversal area is for. Maybe we already reversed out of it and we are already on track in a wave 3. Yeah, so that level is quite important, 1770, not just to stay above it, you know, for a few hours. We need to hold it substantially. Ideally, we want to see a retest and then move on from there. And then we can take out the 1825 level and go higher. And yeah, that is currently what we're looking at. And then the 1882 level here is a key resistance level then. That will be a difficult one for the wave 3 to get through, for the wave 3 to get, yeah, basically through this level here. But it should be able to do that, because if we take a look at possible targets for the next wave 3 to the upside, provided that we find support here in this green area, then in the most, let's say, or least bullish case, we'd be looking at the 1945 level actually as a minimum. Okay, and that's my update to gold. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out my main channel, More Crypto Online. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.